Hi. Hi. My name is David Skudneski. A few weeks ago, 15 weeks ago, I went on my normal bike ride around Cherry Creek State Park, nearby where I live, for a bicycle ride. It was 7:30 at night, February 1st, dark, a little cold, so I had special mitts I was wearing, dry, and didn't tell anyone I was going, which I typically don't do. I've been around it literally thousands of times, hundreds of times at night. I had a light on so I could see in the dark. Very familiar with the area, and seemed like it was going to be any other ride except I had my fat bike with my fat tires for extra stability. And I'm listening, I have headphones on, all kinds of extra gear to stay warm, and listening to comedy, Bill Burr, I think. And as I was heading down a path, which I've been on numerous times, felt very comfortable with, suddenly lost control and imagined I did, hit black ice. I grabbed my rear brake to regain stability and felt my front tire go off the sidewalk and hit a stump, which stopped me immediately. The kind of pads I had, I could not release my hands from the handlebars and went right onto the top of my head with my helmet and felt a snap in my neck and knew I broke it, and next thing I knew it was dark, but not dark like someone turns the lights out, dark like everything's empty. And the next thing I know, I am surrounded in a white light with some blues, golden white light with some hints of blue in it, which is beautiful. And I felt completely at ease. In fact, I've never felt so at ease in my life. I'm a regular meditator, decades, closing on 40 years of meditation. I have many mystical experiences, but nothing like this. I was so happy. I was realizing that I wasn't unconscious, but I wasn't conscious. I wasn't conscious like earth conscious, different conscious. I felt presence around me. To the distance, in the white light, I saw a little boy writing something down, had his back to me, laying on the ground, very contently writing. And as I moved toward him, but not walking, just moved toward him, felt presence again all around me, wonderful feeling. It was complete ease. There was no burden about anything. And I realized where I was, and I was ready to go. And I was so happy to leave. And I realized there were millions or billions of people, presences ready to receive me, which I was very happy to go. And then I had choices. I could leave, I could come back paralyzed. I saw a tube and I was a quadriplegic, didn't want to do that. Nothing wrong with that, but not for me. And I could go back and heal. And so I chose to heal. And the next thing I know, I am back to consciousness. And I can hear the comedy still on. I turn it off. I grab my cell phone, I don't know how, and dialed 911. Told the operator where I was, gave her specific directions. Barely remember this at all, only because someone else told me that I did it. Then I called My girlfriend, who was teaching a class, she didn't answer. I called my brother, who was on his way to the mountains, and he answered, and I spoke with him. I told him what happened. I told him what I thought happened to me. I told him what I thought happened to my neck, that I broke it. They hung up, and then I called my girlfriend, no answer. Called my brother, spoke with him again, don't remember it. Called my girlfriend, no answer, and crossed my legs, put my elbows on my head like a halo, and waited for the paramedics to arrive, which they did, and they transported me to a nearby clinic where I arrived there at 8:30 p.m. and by the time I got there were all kinds of people there. There were all kinds of people praying for me. My son's praying for me. Of course, my girlfriend, my brother, my brothers, my sister, often the UK and friends all over the world, friends all over this country were praying for me, people I didn't even know. And after 8.5 hours of surgery, I was out. I felt great. I felt the same. And every now and then, and I assume it was the power of the prayer, just lifting me, sustaining me. And the next day, 24 hours after surgery, in my neck, I shattered C1. I broke C2. I broke the connection with C2 and 3. And the doctor, James Stephen, called it an internal decapitation, and the x-rays will show that. I'll put those up. And 8.5 hours of surgery, he essentially put me back together. I have 2 rods, 2 titanium rods, 6 screws holding the rods to my vertebrae, and a plate holding my head to my spine, and show those x-rays. And 24 hours later, I'm walking, 10 minutes. I asked if I could leave. They didn't think that was a good idea, but the doctor said it was okay. The trauma doc said no. They had to get me on pills because I was on morphine. I said, let's get started. They immediately put me on pills. Tuesday morning, I left and I was home. Within 5 days, I was off prescription pain meds. 5 days from Saturday, so you know what that is, Thursday. And then 5 additional days, I took over-the-counter meds and then was off of them completely. I'm a big avid fan of working out. I would say within 7 days or so, with my neck brace on, I had a quick workout, doing simple exercises, nothing that would cause any pain to my neck, and I continued to work out. I learned that my doctor is one of the best around, that a lot of people thought I should be dead. Some people call me Miracle Dave. It's pretty fascinating when I think about it. I've regained all my strength. It's 15 weeks on now. I feel great. And I did learn that everybody is going to heaven. And I recognize that I was there, or whatever you want to call heaven, whatever this blissful state you want to call. We're all going there. So it's one more voice saying the same thing. I hope this helps some of you. Maybe I'll post my email if anybody has any questions. I don't mind answering most questions. But thank you for listening. Okay, bye.